Welcome aboard. It's Captain G with the Turn 8 January 1940 recap. Well, no more cavalry in the game for Germany or any of the other countries, and the event calendar has everyone able to build medium armor, strategic bombers, and mechanized infantry. Checking the tech chart, Japan and Germany have each reached 1 tech. The US, UK, Japan, and Germany each have a second tech, or a 1 tech in stage 3 as well. Income, the betrayal by the KMT significantly impacted the Japanese with the 3 territories that they captured during their attacks. That lowered them down. The U.S. made great progress, jumping from 21 to 31, and then another 5 on their income roll by Lancer Bolt. The Soviets are crawling up by 1s and 2s. Bonuses, nothing new added. Japan went down. And, actually, no, that's Australia. I'll have to double check. I think there was something up there for Italy not having ships in the Med, but maybe it's not on that chart. And then here, the Axis have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 victory points right now. Apologize for the glare. The Allies have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the Common Turn prowling under the water, under everyone's radar, just like a shark circling, ready to make its strike. Okay, so let's take to the map. In Spain, still basically stagnant, no activity on the front. In Africa, the Italian-British War continues, with the Italians spreading out, perhaps too thinly. The French continue to receive military support from the U.S. through Lend Lease, this time getting a French medium armor, prowling through the jungles of Cameroon. In the Atlantic, the British have fanned out and really closed the door to U-boat activity in most zones. And now that the U.S. can move naval units, Roosevelt has sent his destroyers sub-hunting against a country that they're not at war with. Very upsetting to the Kaiser. Speaking of the Kaiser, they added Denmark and Bulgaria to the empire last turn. Also, we noted that once the Soviets annexed Bessarabia, Romania became a controlled minor neutral to the Germans. So they should have gotten a recruitment roll last turn, and they'll get one next turn. So we'll take care of that on housekeeping, but they're not aligned yet. Mark the Shark and I have both checked the rules because there was some question, and we've agreed that because Bessarabia was annexed, when Germany does align central Romania, it does not trigger the D12 increase to the Soviets. Had Germany aligned Romania prior to Bessarabia, then it would have triggered the D12. So that was a decision that the two parties made in timing, whether or not to align, whether or not to annex. And now that's how that played out. In the Middle East, again, expanding Italians and Iraqis, but now there's some UK reinforcements from the Far East Command in Kuwait, so we'll see what happens there. The geography on this peninsula, it's very hard to see. We realized this turn that Burma does not connect to Indonesia. So future reinforcements will have to come by sea. There was a transport here, so we've decided to leave this force, the UK force in British Malaya, in place. Basically a militia and infantry and the 4 Gurkhas. But we'll see what happens. The Flying Tigers have appeared in Yunnan with Lend Lease from the US, and also with the Burma Road being opened, KMT was able to buy some anti-aircraft, which the Japanese insist that the CCP does not have aircraft, so those were weapons specifically pointed at them, and they're very upset, and rightfully so. You see the 3 attack clouds, combat markers. We're working through the details. Germany will go over the housekeeping on their turn as far as crossing rivers and the KMT low morale condition, which if they roll a 10 or higher, they retreat. So we got to make some adjustments there, but we'll take care of it. And that's really it. The Japanese, prior to the KMT's betrayal, believing that the truce was in effect, had set up some baseball leagues for the local civilians, pulled most of their troops out, sent a fleet west, pointed south. We'll see what happens with that task force and where it goes on the next turn. But that should complete the update. This has been Captain G on behalf of Operation Newblood, Turn 8. Next up will be Germany, Turn 9, July 1940.